undeniably
Alright.
very
Oh,
handsome.
hello! Hello,
It's
let's all
Mr.
come
Ronald
about here in
Pete.
the sand with the crobs. Oh, hello! That's the guy whose wife I poisoned a long time ago. I'm still sorry about that. Well, have you been, rehearsing your role, Alexander? Oh, you see, we are doing a crob acting production of Hamilton. Huh? Yes, yes, and you were in it too, but I can't remember which role I gave you. Were you Lafayette? No? Were you Aaron Burr? Were you, Hercules Mulligan? Were you, Thomas Jefferson? Were you George Washington? Okay, well I cannot remember who else there was, so you can be George Washington. Okay. Well, for those of you who have not taken class with me, oh yes, let's have hats. I will give you hats if you do not, oh, I do not have any hats with me. Can we give hats to our hatless friends, huh? It makes us, you see, something that I have learned from working in the theater is that even having just a little bit of a costume helps you get into character so much. Usually, most acting teachers say that you should put on shoes, or you do not want a hat. It is okay. Oh, hello. Oh, let me see. That hat. I do not see a hat on your head now. Did that work? Did it not work? Do you see a hat on his head? Well, that is okay. You see, something that we say in the theater is, even having a little piece of your character's costume, it helps you really feel it, even if you're just in rehearsal and it doesn't matter what you're wearing, because it's not dress rehearsal yet. So usually that is the shoes, because if you know it, you feel what it's like to walk in your character's shoes. But I don't really know how time sprites can wear shoes, but I don't really know if you have feet there, so we will use hats for now. So for those of you I do not know, well, I know you have star students over here. There you go. So raise your hand if you have never taken crob acting class with me before. Oh, wonderful! 3 new students and 3 star students who are experienced. They can tutor each other. It's great, an even number. So, yes, my name is Sasha. I am an artist of many disciplines, but lately I have been fascinated with the theater. You see, I met this crob named Ferdinand, and he is crob that takes notes for King Crob, and he, keeps records of everything. You know him? He's very peculiar, right? Well, when I met him, he was the first crob I met that could talk. I did not know that crobs could talk, and he taught me all about the many wondrous things that crobs can do and things that they can teach us. Here, let me make all the crobs bigger. Okay. Okay, rule number 1, we do not hit our classmates or make them disappear or anything. And the crobs are our classmates and also kind of our teachers. Okay, beautiful! Alright, so these crobs, we will observe them and we will learn acting techniques for them. If you want to be big star of stage and screen. Now, how many of you would like to be an actor on the stage?
Just because you're a gill-bearing, aquatic,
Wonderful, very good. I think that everyone has potential to be a good actor, because what a good actor is, it's all about listening. It's not about, putting on a good show. I mean, that results in that. But what it really comes down to is listening with your ears and with your body language, and
it also doesn't preclude you from getting a little bit of stage fright.
Maybe the MC would shut up. His voice is so loud. Maybe we can go a little bit farther this way.
Tonight by throwing our fins together with
okay.
a little extra vigor.
What's interesting is this boat, or what used to be a boat, this is how my sisters and I came here. We were escaping from Russia. Well, I was helping them. I had already escaped. I was living in London. I was a big art student there. And, oh, hello, crob. Oh, I just love the sound they make when they pop out of the sand. And so my sisters and I came here on this ship, the Lemon Dove. We were escaping from Russia, but we had no idea that we would be escaping to a place like this. But it has been interesting. It has, it has provided a whole range of creative opportunities that I would not have gotten back on the upper, as they call it. Is upper opposite of under, da. Okay. Well, the crobs can teach us a lot about classical acting techniques. So, let's watch them very carefully and mimic their behavior, da? So, let us yes, okay. So my star students can help me out. Yes, they move from side to side a lot. Rather, when we are humans and times right, we usually just walk forward. But the crobs move in every direction. Side to side, backwards. Because they have this peripheral vision. Their eyes are up on stalks, so they can see all the way around. And so they move all the way around. And even though our eyes do not do that, we can still have that 360-degree awareness. You remember the 360 awareness, right? So this is my example. They are doing this is the Collaboration Theater Company is the name of the company that we have. Because it is where people and times right and crobs collaborate on theatrical performances together. So we are working on production of Hamilton. So let's say that you are playing Alexander Hamilton, and our cheese guy over there, he's playing Alexander Hamilton. I gave him lead role as apology for poisoning his wife.
Let's give it a whirl.
So, we will do some more casting at the end of the class. So, let's say you are playing Alexander Hamilton. And it is the song where the three Schuyler sisters come in and they introduce themselves and they talk about how they are looking for a mind at work or something. And how New York is the greatest city in the world, which I disagree. Moscow is the greatest city in the world. Anyway. So let's say you are Alexander. And you are on stage and then the three Schuyler sisters, Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy, are supposed to enter from stage right. But then Angelica and Eliza, they are maybe new to stage acting, maybe they are film actors that are doing their first musical. So they don't know the difference between stage right and stage left, because stage right is house left and house right is stage left. And it can be very confusing for new actors. So let's say that Angelica and Eliza, they get their things messed up, so they come in on stage left instead of stage right. And so then, if you do not have that 360-degree awareness, you are watching for them to come from stage right, and when they come in, you do not see Angelica or Eliza, you only see Peggy. And then you are like, oh no, how are we going to do Hamilton? There's only Peggy. Do I have to marry Peggy now? And then, it would not be a very interesting show if there is only Peggy. No offense to Peggy. But, I mean, come on, let's be realistic. Okay. We do not throw our classmates. Let's not pick them up. Let us leave them on the ground. Would you want a crob to pick you up and throw you around? Well, that is an interesting peculiarity you have, but most people would not want that. But okay, so then if you have the 360-degree awareness that the crobs have, if you are ready to, have used all of your peripheral vision and move from side to side instead of just from front to back, then you will see out of the corner of your eye that Angelica and Eliza are coming from stage left. Okay, please put your classmate down. Please put them down, or I will put you somewhere where you do not want to go. Okay, well, I hope you learned your lesson. She'll come back, but, maybe that will teach her something. She'll figure out how to get out of there. It is not hard to get out of there. Alright. So, yes, 360-degree awareness. Let's practice moving side to side like the crobs. Okay, put your classmate down, please. Okay, do not throw your classmates. Okay, yes, I know you're back. I know you would be back. I just wanted to give you a little time out for a minute. Because we do not pick up our classmates. So why are you doing that? They do not... They do not like that. They are not your baby. They are your equal. So we do not pick them up and carry them around like baby. Okay? Because trust me, they are much stronger than you. If you make them angry, one little pinch of their claw could cut your head off. So you don't want that, okay? Alright. So let's practice moving side to side, and then something else. Okay, put them down. Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, you want me to make him bigger. Okay, very good. So now, something else that we notice about them is the way that they bounce around when they walk. They don't just stand still. They kind of bounce around. They're ready to go. They're ready to spring into action if they need to. It's important because have you ever heard the phrase, acting is reacting? Yes, yes. Oh, well that is a thing that a lot of acting teachers say. Because more important than what you do is how you respond. Oh, is something wrong with your hand? Oh, well, I don't know how to fix that. Do you want a beer? Would that help? Here. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes when my joints get a little bit achy, having a beer helps me out because it's anti-inflammatory properties. If I don't want to, I can't find any like Tylenol to take or whatever. Very good. And I have stiff joints a lot because I have bad back from lifting heavy pieces of art all the time. Oh yes, yes, yes. So, you two are actually giving good example of something the crobs do. By holding on very tightly to the item that you want. Okay, put the crob down. Put the crob down or I will put you back in the cage. Okay, very good. So, see, when the crobs get something they want, they hold on to it super tight. And even when they're looking for something they want, they dig in the ground. Let's practice digging in the sand. Dig, 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 dig. That is like your objective when you are an actor. And the objective is your goal. It's the thing that your character wants most in the play. It can be love, respect, power, or any, more specific thing that falls into one of those categories. So, let's say Alexander Hamilton, he wants power. That is his goal. But for good. He wants to do good for the country. He doesn't want to power for selfish reasons. And he also wants love because, his relationship with the Skylar sister. Well, it's so funny. There are 3 sisters in that show, and I am one of 3 sisters. I never thought about that. I wonder... I'm probably the Peggy. Let's be honest. I think Dasha is the Angelica, and Masha is the Eliza, and I'm Peggy. But that's okay! Peggy has the most fun. She's not involved in any, love triangle. She doesn't have all the drama and the melancholy. She just gets to, sing the cutest line in the song. And Peggy, Skylar sisters, we're looking for a crob at work. See, when we changed the lyrics a little bit for crop production of it. Okay, anyway, I keep getting sidetracked and going off on tangents, and then that girl over there is just holding all of the crobs hostage. I don't know why she's doing that. Anyway. Be nice to your classmates so they do not chop your head off with their claws. Thank you. You know how to be respectful student. Okay. But when you two were fighting over the beer bottle, it was like your objective. You got your objective, and you hold on to it passionately, but somebody else was trying to take it, so you had to keep pursuing the objective. Yes. Very good, very good. So, that is how it is when you are acting. Everything that your character does when you are on the stage, or does or says... Oh, isn't it tasty? Oh no, the thorns are the best part. You have to eat that. Okay. Go get it. Go eat it. No, you don't want to? Okay. That's okay. I know a lot of children who don't like to eat anything green. Very good. Okay, you see that crob with the chair? See how their eyes are just lighting up? That is the passion you have to have when you are getting your objective as a character. Huh? Yes, like that piece of candy. I do not know why it is so important to you, but I can tell that the stakes are high. and that it means so much to you. If the stakes aren't high, if your character doesn't have strong opinions or strong goals, then there's nothing interesting about the play. It is just like, you could just like, I don't know, go to a coffee shop and watch people talk, and it might be more interesting than that. What makes the theater compelling to watch is the high stakes, is the big goals, is the strong objectives, is the relentless pursual of objectives. Is pursual a word? I do not know. Yes, so your objective is to get that beer from your friend, and then you got your objective and you're celebrating just like the crowd celebrate when they have gotten an object. And they hold on to it so tight. Yes, just like that chair. I see crowds with that chair all the time. I do not know why it is so special. But it does look very familiar. I don't know why. It feels like something from my past. Oh! It came from the boat? Oh, that makes sense, because I was on that boat for a good few weeks. Alright. Oh, and your guitar. Like, your goal is to become a musician, and so you hold that guitar with the passion of every dream you've ever had. Very good, very good. Okay, now I'm going to rewind a little bit, go back to where I was before. And then they have their bent knees and they bounce a little bit. That means they're ready to jump into anything, because acting is reacting. It's not just about what you are doing. It is how you respond to the other actors on the stage. Otherwise, all plays would be one-man shows, just big monologues. But what is really interesting about the theater is the interaction, the relationships between different characters, huh? Like even in a one-man show, they always talk about the other people that are in their life. So it is really about the relationships too. So, okay, I see you hiding that crow behind your back. That is an interesting relationship you have with the crow. But when you are, the most important thing you can do on the stage is to react honestly to what your partner does. Focus more on the other actors and not, please do not hit me with a giant beer bottle. I would appreciate that very much. Okay. Not if you two want to have fight with your objects, you can do that. Just get a little bit out of the middle of the class, perhaps. Okay, she's going in there, so you can like go with her, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so then it is more important to listen to your partner, to the other actors on the stage, than it is to just, doing what you think is a good show. Because what makes a good show is the relationships. So if you're ready, if you're open, if you have exercise, if you have warmed up your body and your voice and your brain, it's always important to warm up. Okay, if you want to have your own little show, you two, you can go over there. You can go on top of there if you want. Okay. This is not part of the class. Just those two, I guess. So anyway. Okay, where was I? Okay, reacting. Acting is reacting. Reacting to your partner. You need to be fully flexible, fully ready, fully warmed up in order to be ready to respond to anything that comes your way. So, what's great about the theater and what's different from film is that, if you watch a movie, it is exactly the same every time you watch it because it is recorded. But if you watch a theater play, it is a little bit different every time, depending on just, what the mood is of different actors. Or like, let's say that Alexander Hamilton decided to have an omelet instead of pancakes for breakfast. And that can affect his whole day and how he behaves. So sometimes you might get a performance that's a little more chill. Sometimes you might get a performance that's a little bit more energetic. It's always different. But you have to get on the level with your scene partner, with the other actors on the stage. So, like, let's say, you're playing Alexander and you're having, like, deep emotional conversation with Angelica, and then all of a sudden she says her line in a way that's really funny, that she doesn't usually say it like that. Instead of just saying your line the same way you always do, you would laugh at that, because the audience is probably laughing at that. You need to go with what is really happening in the moment. Just like, yes, you need to be good improvisers. Okay. But anyway, the crobs are ready to do that because they're flexible, they're bending their knees, they're not locking their knees, they're not standing in one place all the time. Locking your knees can be very dangerous. You can faint on the stage. That happened to my sister Sasha during ballet recital. It was very embarrassing for her. Yeah, okay. So let's look at that one carrying the chair. So let's move like the crobs a little bit of bouncing, a little bit of side to side, a little bit of holding onto objects and not letting go, a little bit of digging in the sand, a little bit of what is that? You know, the snapping. Yeah, I can't snap. I had I actually when I was working with it's a long story, but basically I was working with some chemicals on an art project, and my fingerprints, I do not have fingerprints anymore, and I cannot snap because there is no friction. So when I snap, it does not make sound. That's very impressive how you can do that, yes. Oh! Just be careful with your art supplies, especially if you're in Russia. You do not know what is in the paint and the glue there. It is highly toxic chemicals. Oh, all right. So let us, okay, let's keep observing the crobs. So, and then one more thing that is important that I discussed at the end of the last class. When the crobs pop up from the ground, they make this sound. It's like a gasp, like, right, and that happens at the end of Hamilton. I think it's Eliza that does that, huh?
Guess I'm supposed to be doing that for you.
Even though you don't know exactly what it means, like if you search on the internet about it, there are many like possible explanations.
Who's up next again?
But you can tell that it's something important.
What?
So when you make an entrance or an exit from the stage, you need to make sure that the audience can tell an important moment is happening, just like that. You don't know what the crowd is so surprised about when they pop up from the ground, but you know that something interesting is going to happen with them. You got to keep things interesting. That is why I love stage acting. I mean, I do like films, and I mean, I'm a big fan of, you know, when you guys had that film festival, I loved those movies. But I am a bigger fan of stage, because anything can happen, it's so exciting. Oh. What is it? My hand? You want to hold my hand? Oh, what's over there? Oh! Oh my god, why did you do that? You know that is my biggest fear. You know that giant golden beach balls are my biggest fear. I had to get out of here. Oh no. Okay, let's go in the theater, okay. You see, when I first got here, I was figuring out how to do the magic spells that you guys do. And I made a giant golden beach ball and I got stuck inside of it for 2 months. It was a very traumatic experience. Oh, this guy is very talented. I like watching him. Okay. So now that we are safe from the giant golden beach ball, congratulations on completing another crob acting class. Very good job, students. Very good, very good. Let's all have some beers together. I always like, whenever I teach, I always like having drinks with my students outside the class because it shows that I am, you know, a real relatable person, not just, you know, academic figure.
Our course was gone.
Alright, cheers! Nostrovia! Nostrovia! Wonderful, excellent. Cheers. Oh. So, well, you can just chat now that class is over. Oh, thank you. So, what do you guys know about this, mayor election, huh? Okay. I heard there is, like, a guy named Puddles who's running, and then, of course, Coleman. So I'm just curious, how many of you are voting for Coleman? Raise your hand. I see one. Okay, how many are voting for Puddles? You? Okay. And a lot of people don't know. Well, I know, I've heard a little bit about, my sister Sasha was telling me a little bit about their platform, so I could talk to you about them. Oh, can you fix that, I guess? I don't know. I can just get some new beers from the box here. They're not cold, but they're so good. Oh, you're so talented. You're all very talented actors, by the way. Okay, so from what I know about the election, Coleman, I don't know if he knows what he's doing. When he talks, he seems like he's just very kind of confused about everything, but I think he just wants everything to stay exactly the same as it is now. And then the, what's his face? Puddles. I think it would be the first time that Time Sprite has held elected office here, which would be very groundbreaking. But, he wants to have Pizza Fridays, wants to have early Halloween, and I believe,
Sweeper,
murder is
why the
legal
get
on
up?
Wednesdays.
Back to work.
So,
What's that?
And then there were a
You've
few other
gotten
changes
into
that I can't remember.
LARPing?
But,
You mean live action role playing?
well,
What a coincidence.
I don't really
the
know.
newest time
But
loop
I
at
feel
our
like as a
Alamogordo-based
Russian, it is
sister
my
venue, the
responsibility to
Bunker,
meddle in the election.
has trapped a
because that's
group
what we do.
of weekend LARPers in its
So,
web of
what do you
destinies.
think I should do?
What?
Do you think? I don't know.
No, you can't join them.
How
They've
should
a
I
full roster,
meddle
including
with the
2
election?
sales
Should I get
reps from the
everybody
nearby
drunk
Flowers
before
to
they
Go
go
call
vote, so
center,
then they
a
aren't
pistachio farmer,
sound of
and her
mind?
soulful
No,
German
that seems-
shepherd,
that seems a
a
little bit
teenage
immoral.
burger flipper,
I don't
and
want to
his
do anything that
grandpa
hurts anyone.
from the
I just
nearby
want to, have
Mescalero
some fun
Apache
doing what
Reservation,
Russians do, meddling with
and an
elections.
evangelical fantasy book burner who has secretly infiltrated their group,
What do you think?
undercover as an elf. How will this funky bunch handle a real-life
should I
quest for their
hit
lives
everybody over
as
head
they
with the
run
car? I
down
don't
the
think that's a
clock
good
in the
idea. I don't
bunker's
think
newest
that's
temporal anomaly?
Oh yes, Coleman.
Find out this holiday season
You're
via
voting
the
for
Opal
Coleman.
Blue Mask.
Very good. Okay. Well, I
You're a
don't.
good
I just.
sport,
I know
sweeper.
that I want to. You
Now
know.
clear all this sand for the
It's
next
a
act.
tradition of my people to meddle with elections. Huh? Oh. Okay. I will. Okay. You know what? You can bartend. I don't. It's not my job. I don't need to be back there. Why is this glass floating? Do you see this? It's very. Oh no! It broke. You broke it with your head. It's very impressive. Okay. So. I want to meddle in the election, but I just
Have
don't
I
know
mentioned
who to,
I'm a vegetarian?
who should
I don't eat
benefit
meat.
from it. Maybe I should just
don't
stop
eat
the
anything.
election from happening.
But
We
I
don't
do
need to have a
love
mayor at all.
pickled onion.
Right?
And speaking of onions, we've got plenty of fine fare available
It's you know,
right
it's a
here
national
at
pastime
the
of
Under.
my people.
But
and
while
I
you're
miss it
thinking
very
about
much
the next
ever
thing
since
to
I've,
stuff in
you know,
your
been in the
face
Under,
hole,
because there
our
hasn't
next
been an
esteemed
election
guest
since I've been
has a
here.
nutritious suggestion.
Now that there is,
Put
I'm
your
just
hands
so
together
excited for, that
for
to
our
be
very
happening.
own nonpareil Arid
Oh, the kitty
Marky.
cats are so cute. But okay, you know what? I was thinking that I would support Coleman because I really like his hair, and I don't know. I thought maybe I could, you know, go on a date with him or something. But I don't. I think I would vote for Puddle. Oh, you dropped your hand? It's okay. You know, we all have bad days sometimes. Well, I think I would vote, but now I'm thinking like more Puddle seems like a better idea. Oh, is this like a symbol for the Puddles campaign? I don't know. I know Coleman is really cool and stuff, but I kind of like the idea of some changes happening around here. But I don't know. I just want to, you know, enjoy my national hobby of meddling in elections. So maybe I will just prevent election from happening at all, and nobody will vote, and nobody will get elected, and I guess that's the same as if Coleman got elected, because he doesn't want to change anything. Maybe I will help Coleman get elected. But he has to know that it was me, so then maybe he will go on dates with me, huh? I don't know, is he single? I don't know anything about him. Okay. I will I don't know. I have been single for a long time. So I'm getting a little bit, I don't know. But anyway, enough about me. Now, how can I interfere with the vote? How does the vote system work? Do you even know when an election is happening? Okay, seems like nobody knows anything, so maybe it won't even happen at all. But either way, maybe I don't know. Okay, golden guitar, maybe like write a propaganda song? Oh! Fake news! That's a good idea. I will make fake news. It will talk about how great Coleman is. And then I will... Ooh, maybe I can get your wife to read it on the stage. But I know that she does not like Coleman. So I don't know. So, wait, let me practice. Oh, hey! I saw this article in the newspaper. Did we even have newspapers? I saw this article in the newspaper that said Coleman will give everybody free candy if he gets elected. Ah, isn't that great news? Very good. Okay, I'm very out of practice. I have been here a long time, and you know I haven't meddled in any elections since I've been back in Russia, so I was in London in between, so it has been a very long time. I'm out of practice. Oh, you think I did a good job there? Okay, thank you. I will keep working on it. Oh, tasty. Okay, so yes, everybody vote for Coleman because he will give you free candy. And I heard that Puddles is I heard that he hates music and he will ban all music from it. Yeah. No, that's not believable. Okay, I will try. But there's something that's like a little bit, it's more believable, but just like makes him look a little bit bad. Oh, you know what? I heard that he doesn't actually want to be mayor, that he's just doing it so he can hang out with Annie more. Oh, fish? I know there is a girl named Fish. Are you Fish? No, you are not Fish. That is what I think of every time I see that fish. But you are not her. Okay. Well, you've given me lots of ideas for meddling with the election. I might go talk about this with my sisters. We can team up and, you know, create a whole, like, fake news organization. So if we can make some fake newspapers, well, maybe I can just publish stuff that makes both candidates look bad. Oh, and then nobody will want to vote for anybody. Okay, how does this one sound? Okay, so, one time,
Agents.
Coleman,
How much do you have? Are you following? Or are you leading?
He had this dog, and he fed the dog too many potatoes, and
Barely
the dog
distinguishable,
got a bad stomachache.
but full of impulse and desire.
So if he doesn't
And yet,
know how to feed his animals
Even the
properly,
gentlest
how could he
inclinations can set
lead
things
our
in
city?
motion.
Okay, I'll work on it. I'm really rusty at this. It's been a while. So yes, I will go confer with my sisters, and we'll see what happens. And maybe keep this on the down low a little bit, okay? You know, you're all you know, part of my new organization, I guess. Oh, I really do wear many hats here. It's ironic that I only wear one hat all the time. Because, you know, acting teacher, game show host, artist, museum owner, election meddler, fake news peddler. What else? I feel like I've done so much more than that. I don't know. Whatever. I will see you all later. Remember to keep spreading all the good news, wink wink. Thank you for being star students of crob acting class. And If you are in the Hamilton show, practice your parts, okay? And everybody who they did not give a role to, you can be in the ensemble, so you can learn the dances, okay? Watch the dances and learn the dances. And you will be dancing with the crobs. Okay. Farewell, I will see you later. You know, I left my soup pot backstage. I'm going to go there and grab it, excuse me. Move back here. I think it was back